You can watch a fight 100 times and still learn nothing. Here's what a 30-second exchange between two masters actually reveals, and why no video can ever show it to you. Picture this: two highly skilled practitioners under completely random conditions. A guard here, a strike there, an opening created. One commits forward, a foot sweep perfectly timed, and it's over in seconds. It looked cinematic, even choreographed, except it wasn't. It was real, random, and executed with classical precision. If that footage existed, you'd watch it 10 times, slow it down, try to copy the foot sweep and guard transition. But here's the honest truth: you'd have learned almost nothing. You saw shapes, positions, a sequence of events. You didn't see why any of it happened. You didn't see what the master recognized in that split second, why he chose that guard, or what he saw in the opponent's movement that told him the sweep would work. You saw the result. You missed everything that produced it. It took me years to understand what I witnessed that day. Years of learning the physical mechanics, the positions, actions, and presentations. Years of partner work, applying those mechanics under increasingly complex conditions. Only now, years later, can I begin to fathom what was happening in those seconds. The exchange wasn't a sequence of techniques. It was the unfolding of combative conditions and their appropriate solutions, executed in real time by someone who had achieved complete fluency in the language of combat. This is what mastery looks like. A master once said, "People ask me, can you teach me to do what you do? Yes, I can. But you may not be willing to do the work it takes to get there." That's the honest truth. The work is real. The time is real. You cannot shortcut your way to fluency. You can only do the work. Most martial arts teach techniques. Here's a punch defense, here's a grab escape, here's a counter to that counter. You collect them like baseball cards, hoping you'll remember the right one when you need it. That approach fails because combat doesn't happen in predictable sequences. Instead of teaching techniques, we teach a complete language for understanding combat itself. The physical mechanics are your vocabulary, the positions, actions, and presentations you build through basic and intermediate skill development. The elements, human, biomechanical, combative, processing, psychology, environmental, are your grammar. They explain why the vocabulary works, how it all fits together, and how to generate appropriate responses to conditions you've never seen before. This is the difference between memorizing phrases and achieving fluency. Someone who's memorized phrases can repeat what they've been taught. Put them in a new situation and they're lost, searching their mental catalog for the right technique, hoping it matches. Someone who's fluent can have a conversation. They can read the situation, understand what's happening, and respond appropriately, even if they've never encountered that exact combination of conditions before. What I witnessed that day was fluency. The master wasn't running through a memorized sequence. He was reading, recognizing, and responding in real time, the way a native speaker navigates a conversation without thinking about grammar rules. That level of capability cannot be achieved through technique collection. It can only be built through systematic study of both mechanics and elements, the vocabulary and the grammar that give it meaning. This is why videos fail so completely. A video can show you a technique. It cannot show you why that technique exists, what conditions make it appropriate, or how to recognize those conditions when they appear. A video can show you a sequence. It cannot show you the processing stages that select that sequence from infinite possibilities, or the psychological state that enables clean execution under pressure. A video can show you a master performing. It cannot show you the years of training that built the framework for that performance. You watch, you mimic, you think you've learned, but you've only seen the surface. The depth, the understanding of timing increments, distance zones, processing stages, psychological conditions, remains invisible. That depth is what makes the difference between someone who can perform in controlled drills and someone who can handle the chaos of real combat. So what do? You stop looking for shortcuts. You accept that mastery requires systematic study, not technique collection. You commit to building your vocabulary through consistent practice of the physical mechanics. You learn the grammar, the elements that give those mechanics meaning and context. You work with partners under increasingly complex conditions to develop your ability to read and respond in real time. This is not quick. This is not easy, but it is the only path to genuine capability. The master who executed that flawless exchange didn't get there by watching videos. He got there by doing the work day after day, year after year. The same work is available to you. The question is whether you're willing to do it. Stop collecting techniques. Start learning the language. That's the only way to achieve the kind of fluency that makes combat look effortless.